Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Dennis Yim, Director of Academics at Kaplan Test Prep. Thank you for joining us, Dennis.
Thank you, Fred. It's great to be here.
Well, Kaplan has announced a move to help students in this time when they're home during the Covid-19 pandemic. Give us an overview of what today's announcement is.
Sure. There is a lot of things I can share with you. As you well know, and as everyone knows, this is an unprecedented time for everyone out there. And so I just want to take a beat to say, we want to wish everyone the best of health. From the very beginning, we've always put the health and safety of our students and just peers first. And so I just want to empathize and say, listen, we've never seen this before. And so we are trying to be as flexible as we can day by day to try to meet the needs of our students and how we can just best support in this time of need. Today, I'm excited to announce a few different things. So especially for students, and if I want to get even more specific, juniors, this is a time right now when they would normally be taking their admissions exams like the SAT and the ACT. And they're unable to do so because these tests have been either canceled or postponed, and there's a lot of uncertainty in terms of when Fred, next they'll be able to take these exams. And there's a lot of, I guess, cascading effects of that uncertainty. And so I can definitely touch upon those later, Fred, if you're curious. But what I would just start by saying is, for students who are out there and you're not sure what you should be doing, listen, focus on what's in your control. Well, take a deep breath and then focus on what's in your control and realize we're here to support you, and you should take the steps to stay sharp. There are going to be free resources that we provide to help you during this time to make the most of what you have available. If I'm being specific, one of them is a on-demand course that is interactive, that you can really do on your own time at your own pace, and that really meets your needs for the SAT. That's going to be free for all students for at least a month. We'll see how long all this lasts. And then another is some free AP prep that's live on YouTube. It's actually, we're during our interview time, it's actually broadcasting. We're broadcasting from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern on a daily basis for Monday through Friday to really just give you as much as we can during this time to support you. So, Fred, I'll pause there. I don't know what you want to dive into further, but I wanted to share that.
It's interesting that students have been preparing for months, sometimes even longer, for the SATs, and all of a sudden, when it's put off like this, gosh, it can really throw the students. They're prepared and working on a certain timetable, really, too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, kind of touching upon that further, this may be a time when you might have expected as a junior to take the test for the first time in the spring, and then maybe potentially taken again in the fall. And now this window has been effectively closed. And I think everyone understands what that means from okay, fine, I can't take the test, but it's causing additional stress, or can cause additional stress, just because, for students, this is a big part of their application. And so they want to put their best foot forward. And so this was part of the plan to do that. And now they have to change those plans. I guess what I'll say to that is schools are aware of this as well, and they want to support their incoming students in the exact same way. And so there are going to be a lot of different steps that each individual school might take. For one example, they might extend application deadlines. That may be a really big step that many schools take to just give students the best opportunity to put their application process, and then put their admissions package together in a very similar way that they've had in the past.
So tell us about the move to provide the free SAT course for students. And these are, they don't need to be already enrolled, right? These can be new students.
Correct. This is free to all. This is on demand. It's something we built where, and in fact, if anyone gets a chance to try it out, what they'll see is it's a teacher interacting with a student who is in high school. And it's an opportunity to dive into questions and look at questions together in a very kind of genuine and authentic way, in a way that a high schooler would be able to understand. But I would say even more importantly, the part that I'm excited about is it's interactive. So based on how well you do on the subsequent like practice questions, the program will give you different responses and really give you a sense of like, okay, what should I do next and where do I need to be working? And so for a student, that's extremely important because when they're working on their own, the biggest thing that they're missing is, okay, who's going to tell me what to do next? And this is what this on-demand program really tries to solve for. And so really, bottom line is, we wanted to make test prep available to as many students as possible and really just give them tools to help them succeed during these times. And so this is one of our solutions to that.
And this is for 30 days, they'll have free access?
At the very least, right? So that is our announcement today for when you sign up for a month, you'll get free access. But again, we're going to keep an eye out for how, the situation continues to develop, and we'll, as I said earlier, try to find new ways to support students during this time.
For this, do they have to be at a certain grade?
No, absolutely not. So literally, if you Google SAT on demand, you'll see it pop up, and you'll see the option to sign up for free. And so again, everyone, as I say again, like we wanted to make this available to as many students as possible, so everyone can get it.
So even a freshman in high school would be able to do this if he or she chose to?
Absolutely. Even if you weren't in high school, you could definitely jump in. And if you're curious, you could definitely try it out for sure.
Terrific. And once again, just step through a little bit about what the experience will be like for them if they're wondering whether or not they should do this or parents should encourage their kids to do it.
Yeah, so maybe I'll start by sharing paint a picture of what the analog experience today is with a book. And so books are great. Books have been around for a long time, as you well know, Fred, as we both know. And sometimes, a book can be really helpful in terms of a traditional way of studying, of diving in, you read it at your own speed, you try questions on your own. But the difference between a book and being in a classroom with a teacher is that a teacher is able to kind of help you correct your path. So that's the biggest thing that we offer in our classes, is that a teacher helps you take these learning moments and make them very individual, help you understand how you're doing, what you should do next, and makes you at the same time feel encouraged and comfortable with the process of learning, which can be difficult at times because the material can be just downright uncomfortable, right? And not fun. Maybe that's another way to put it. And so what we've tried to do is get the best of both worlds. We don't want to force students into a schedule that may not work for them. So the on-demand aspect of it is to allow students to really work on their own time and their own speed. And that's, I think, the greatest benefit that a book provides. And then what the videos do and the way the course is structured is that as a student, as you're working through it, it will guide you through the steps you need to take. So there'll be a logic to the order in which you're going through things. Whereas in a book, really, you've only got, I guess you could jump around, but there isn't really a logic to the order in which you should be tackling problems. Whereas in this on-demand program, you'll have that opportunity to get that guidance, to get those next steps forward. And for me, for us at Kaplan, it's extremely important to us that students stay in study mode. And so, classes, like I said, we're also offering live prep, and I'd love to talk about that as well. But if those times don't work for you, you can pop into this offering, into this product, and really just jump into it at your own, whatever is going on in your life in today's world, and just stay in that study mode, stay sharp, be able to keep on focus and focus on the things in your control.
Tell us a bit about the live prep you just mentioned.
Yeah, so what we're also doing is actually College Board just announced today, March 20th, that they're looking into an online delivery of their AP tests. These AP programs are ways to earn college credit while in high school, and so they dive into higher level curriculum. And so previously there was uncertainty on, we didn't even finish the course. How will they, score us? Will the test even happen? Today there was an announcement from College Board that said, the AP test, they're looking into an online delivery. It's going to be likely a shorter test. They're going to provide more details on April 3rd. So for those who are interested, I would dive into and get more details then. For us, we know students are at home. We know students are interested in interfacing, connecting, communicating with the teacher. So we have from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube Kaplan SAT and ACT prep channel. We have free prep that students can attend live, but also watch after the fact on their own time as well. And so we want to, again, make sure that students are making the most of the time they're spending at home and really thinking about ways to stay in study mode, staying sharp, because at some point, these tests will be taken. And at some point, these students will have the opportunity to put their best foot forward in the admissions process. So in this time of uncertainty, we want to give you as many tools as you can to really stay in the game as much as possible.
Terrific. The website is kaptest.com, kaptest.com/SAT. Dennis Yim, thank you for taking the time with us.
Thank you so much, Fred. It was great to be here.
Now this. How many companies out there have continued to innovate when it comes to building a better radio? I'm Fred Fishkin, host of Techstination, and I'm here to tell you about the new CC Skywave SSB radio from the wonderful people at C. Crane. Bob and his crew really love radio, and it shows in this new compact model that is packed with features. Beyond great AM and FM reception and sound, you can tune into shortwave signals from around the world, listen to ham radio operators, aviation, and more. It's the radio you'll turn to every day, and in emergencies. It will run for nearly 3 days on just 2 AA batteries. Pair the sleep timer with the new Soft Speaker 3, and you've got the perfect radio for your nightstand. Of course, it can wake you up too. Click on C. Crane at Techstination.com and put in the code Techstination for a free flashlight with your order. They love radio, and you'll love C. Crane.